Good morning to our research advisor, Dr. Harriet Cawagdan Cuarto, to our panelists, Mr. Elmerson Baranyao and Ms. Lovelyn Chen, and also to our program chair, Dr. Pinky Bicari. My name is Leslie Florence M. Perez, and I would like to greet you all a pleasant morning. We will be discussing our thesis proposal with the title Relationship of Code Switching and Speaking Skills of Second Year AB English Language Students, together with my group mates Ms. May Angeline Cumilla and Mr. Jenner Aklan. I will now start the discussion of our Chapter 1, the problem and its background. Introduction. Code switching is an activity in which the speaker uses two or more languages in order to deliver the message effectively. It is a commonly observed situation in a bilingual or multilingual community. Just like it is not a random act, a bilingual person employs code switching for various of reasons and depending on the situation. Code switching in the Philippines is used by both students and for the teachers. It is used to explain complex concepts and ideas in a way in which the students can understand. In the students' case, however, the use of code switching is to ensure that they deliver the context of their message effectively. Furthermore, despite the fact that the country's second language is English, there are still students who struggle using it. The case of using code switching in the classroom is helpful, yet it is still debatable. Some says that it is a good strategy that can help the students learn more, but that is the reason why we decided to conduct this study in order to determine the relationship of code switching and speaking skills of the students, particularly the second year students of AB English Language Program. This study aims to determine the relationship of code switching and speaking skills of second-year AB English language students. Specifically, it seeks to answer the following questions. Number 1. What is the extent of the respondents' use of code switching in terms of speaking and writing? This question will determine how frequent do the students use code switching in their daily school activities, whether it is in a form. Number 2. Is there a significant relationship between the use of code switching and the students' English speaking skills? And number 3, based from the result of the study, what interventional materials can be proposed? Next is the conceptual framework. Our conceptual framework is based on the IVDV model. The study's independent variable is the use of code switching in terms of speaking and writing, while the dependent variable is the English speaking skills of the student, which fall under the category of language skills. In the graph, we use the umbrella term of the four fundamental skills as our dependent variable because, in addition to speaking skills, code switching can also affect the other skills and vice versa. Next, the discussion about Chapter 3 methodology will be given by Ms. May Angeline Cumilla and Mr. Jenner Aklan.
Research design. The descriptive correlational research design will be used in this study. The descriptive research design is intended to accurately and systematically illustrate the population and situation, while correlational research design is used to measure the relationship between the variables to find out whether this is either positive, negative, and or zero correlation. Research locale. The study will be conducted at Mindoro State University, Calapan City campus, located at Masipit, Calapan City, Oriental Mindoro. The researcher chooses to conduct the study because it has been observed that students use code switching when speaking inside the classroom. Respondents of the study. The respondents of this study are the 113 students generated from the population of 158 students from Bachelor of Arts in English Language program enrolled in academic year 2020-2021 at Mindoro State University, Calapan campus. Sampling technique. The respondents of this study will be selected with the use of simple random sampling technique. A simple random sample is a subset of a statistical population in which each member of the subset has an equal probability of being chosen. Research instrument. The research instrument the researcher will be used in this study is survey questionnaire which will measure the extent of the respondents of use of code switching to measure the relationship of code switching on the respondents' English-speaking skills.
Scaling and quantification of data. The table shows the rating scale used to measure the respondents' use of code switching among the provided indicators. Validation of the instrument. Validation of the instrument will happen with the help of 3 English professors who are experts in the field of English teaching more than 5 years. Validation sheet is provided to request for their assistance in verifying items and contents of the research instrument. Items which needs to improve are corrected and revisions are noted. Reliability of the instrument. Test retest method will be used in this study. Distribution of the same research instrument twice to the same number of respondents in the population are expected to be similar and gain a consistent result. Data gathering procedure. This study will be conducted on second-year AB English language students who are enrolled in Mindoro State University at Calapan City for academic year 2020 to 2021. A random sample of 113 respondents who were generated from 158 enrolled students will participate in this study. The respondents will be asked to answer the questionnaire through Google Forms. The collected data will undergo statistical analysis and will be interpreted to get the results. Statistical treatment of data. The gathered data will be described using weighted mean, frequency, and percentage distribution to test the relationship between the independent variables and dependent variable. Pearson's product moment correlation coefficient will be employed. The statistical tools to be used in the analysis of data gathered are three following. Weighted mean. This will be used to describe the extent of exposure of the respondents to code switching among the indicators. Frequency and percentage distribution. This will be used to describe the level of exposure of code switching to the respondents' English speaking skills. Pearson's product moment correlation coefficient. This will be used to test and measure of the strength and direction of the connection that exists between the independent and dependent variable. The strength and direction of the connection that exists between the independent and dependent variable.